belongs to those who are fast. We live in a period that involves the era of acceleration, dramatic forms of change. Do you think your industry, your business model, your products, the skill set that you use, the IT infrastructure that you have, in 10 years will look anything like it does today? It will not. What are you going to do to align yourself to this? We live in an amazing period of time. Artificial intelligence, virtual reality, the Internet of Things, 3D printing, self-driving cars, drone technology. We have never had a period of time that has seen so much technology come together all at once. And the impact is that it is turning on the imagination machine of people worldwide. You know, we're actually talking about vehicle-to-grid connectivity. We are talking about making your Tesla vehicle a part of the energy grid. So as we generate this solar energy, we're going to store it in your car during the day and feed it back to the grid at night. Cars are essentially becoming an upgradable, hyper-connected data gathering platform on wheels with an electric battery. You know, the typical acre of corn today puts off 5 gigabytes of data a year. And we're on the edge of the era of smart, hyper-connected plants, in which plants are actually connected to the internet with smart nest. But what happens when we marry artificial intelligence and robotics to the world of construction and assembly? It changes everything. We are witnessing the emergence of 3D bioprinting capabilities, in which at Wake Forest University, they expect that we will be able to 3D print human organs, not in a matter of decades, but in a matter of years. What are you going to do to prepare for this reality? You're all going, whoa, this guy's freaking me out. You need to motivate yourself to align with the future. Any one of the trends that you will talk about here today could suddenly go supernova. And all of a sudden, you're going to find yourself going, whoa, where did that come from? I didn't see that coming. You got to keep your powder dry. You got to be ready for the future. You have to be ready when any particular trend becomes real. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Futurist Jim Carroll here. Did you think that future has gone away? Look, that was from a clip on stage for a massive Microsoft event in March 2019, back in the day when people were thinking about the future and we weren't all locked down in this strange pandemic world. But look, the future has not stopped. These trends have not stopped. And if anything, the future is speeding up faster than ever before. So I've been revisiting a series that I released in January 2020. It seems like ages ago. Leadership Insight for Our Era of Acceleration. And I'm now examining those trends in the context of what has happened with this strange new global economy that we find ourselves in. And a shout out to my overseas video producer who might be watching right now in Moscow, Alex, who is from Yerevan, Armenia. And she and I are actually working on a project together which features some of the highlight clips of my work in my home studio here. So a lot of material coming at you still in terms of the future, where we're going in the future, the trends that are unfolding, and what you need to do to align yourself for this vastly more complex world. So I'm going to play you this video clip, which we put together back in January. This is number 8, Think Big, which is really one of my key areas of focus. We need to think big in terms of the future and the trends which are unfolding. Examine this now in the context of your COVID-19 reality and where we're going in the future, and ask yourself whether you think the future has stopped or whether it is still coming at us and whether it's in fact accelerated. Futurist Jim Carroll with 20 opportunities for transformative thinking in times of transformation. Number 8, think big and bold. Realize your future is going to be entirely different from anything you know today. We're in a situation in which companies that do not yet exist will build products not yet conceived, using materials not yet invented, methodologies not yet in existence. This is your reality going forward. You are faced by unknown competitors, unknown disruptors. You are faced by the impact of trends of which you and I are not even yet aware of. You need to think big and bold in terms of your future, because anything is possible in a world in which the future belongs to those who are fast. Think about that. Do you think the future has gone away? Not at all. And in fact, you know, it's evolving in more fascinating ways than ever before. Think about the key phrase I used in that video clip. Companies that do not yet exist will build products not yet conceived, using materials not yet invented, with methodologies not yet in existence. That is still happening. That is still the guidance which is driving a lot of organizations forward. And in fact, they're actually figuring out how do we do that faster, because this global pandemic has caused us to have to up our innovation and disruption game to an unprecedented degree. So the key thing that I'm working to get across to all of my clients, to all of my followers around the world, is look, the future hasn't stopped. If anything, it is changing, it's accelerating, it's going in new and unseen directions. Obviously, it's becoming massively virtual in ways that nobody ever expected. But if you think that the future has stopped and you're sitting around waiting for something to happen, waiting for somebody to make a decision to take you into the future, you're doing the wrong thing, because it's all up to you. It's what you decide to do at this very moment to make sure that you are part of that future, and that you are someone who is following my key word of advice, and that is think big, start small, scale fast. Stay tuned. I'm going to be rolling out the next 12 of these video clips over the days and weeks to come. Plus, I've got a brand new studio upgrade, and we're pumping out all kinds of useful material that people are following to inspire them and get them moving on this new and complex future. Have a good one. Futurist Jim Carroll.